Well, hello there, and welcome to the last episode of the season of Back to the Clubs with me, Major K. I'm a DJ, producer, and record label owner, and in this series I'm talking to other DJs about their club experiences. How different are clubs from one place to the next? Which DJ made them want to become one themselves? And if you have one, you want to share it. But once you share it, you do not have it. What is it? The answer to that is a secret. The answers to the other questions are often surprising. Previous guests this season include Nico Parisi, Mr. Lady, and, last episode, Madness Factory. Today, it's ArchiTEK. Before we introduce him, be sure to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app. Give the show a raving rating too. It helps more people find the podcast. In your podcast app, you can also find my weekly mix podcast, Flash Forward Presents with Major K. And @official Major K is my handle on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And now, ArchiTEK. I discovered him over a year ago and immediately wanted to sign him on my Flash Forward Presents label. The tracks he makes have such solid grooves that it's impossible to not be pulled to the dance floor. Something Hot Since '82 must have found out as well, as he selected one of ArchiTEK's tracks for this ADE's playlist last October. We talk a bit about that and how different New York club life is to the one in Tampa, Florida, where ArchiTEK lives right now. Enjoy the show. Here we go.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.
And today, a special guest all the way from Florida, from Tampa. How are you doing, ArchiTEK?
I'm doing well, thank you.
How is it over there?
It is winter time, but it's a good winter time. It's cool, but not too cold. No snow.
Yeah, are you loving the cold weather, or are you really more sunny and warm kind of person?
I'm sunny and warm kind of person, so I'm stationed right.
Yeah.
Though my roots is from.
Yeah. You are at this moment in Tampa, Florida, but that's not where you're from, right?
Correct. Yeah, I'm in Tampa, Florida. Moved here like 4 years ago. But I'm originally from New York, Long Island, but that's kind of where it all started for me, basically.
Yeah, you grew up there, I guess. I don't know, what was the scene like? Because you now make great and soulful house tracks, if I can describe it like that. Is that something you grew up with, or did you listen to other kinds of music, or what was that like?
I have a Dominican heritage, so it's like my parents were always listening to kind of like merengue, típico, stuff like that. There's a lot of drum elements, and also kind of like musical guitars and the accordion. One of my favorite music styles in the Dominican roots is called típico, and then from that, it kind of like transitioned me. That's kind of where I started. I love to dance. In the beginning, it was just all about dancing for me. You know, that's how we all are. We gotta let the music take us places. And then when I first experienced like my first club experience in Brooklyn, it was in Brooklyn actually. It was a club called Output, and that's what did it for me. I went one night with a couple friends. And I was like, what is this? What is this world? And the rest is history.
Yeah.
No, we could keep talking about it, but that's kind of like the gist of how it started for me.
Yeah, and such a good vibe and good music, obviously. Then, do you know what DJ there was playing, or?
Oh, they had a lot at Output. I mean, they would bring Oscar G, they would bring Chusen Ceballos, but one night when I first was going, Maceo Plex was playing, and he had an incredible set. I don't know what the heck it was, but I just know, I remember his name, and I remember that was the night that kind of like hit a light switch in my head.
Yeah.
I kind of started with more like the techno-y side, and then moved more towards kind of groovy drums per se, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. It's when you see people at work that they can inspire you, and then you kind of along the way you find you can find your own voice and evolve more in that direction. So yeah, you saw amongst others Maceo Plex performing there, and what did you do? You thought, well, okay, let's grab me some CDJs, or did you have a real record like Technics or whatever record players that you bought, or what should I imagine in that respect?
Okay, so this was, I mean, it's almost 10 years ago now. It's probably like when I was around 23 years old when it happened. So that's kind of when Output in New York was kind of up and coming. It was like this hot new club. It had like a 5-year run, and then it like went silent. I mean, it's still there. It's still there, but it's under new ownership, but it's not the same kind of vibe or anything like that. Like, one of the things that I loved about it was the no phone policy, like the sound quality of the club, no phones, no flashes. Like, everybody was immersed in the music, and it just was. And I think that's what hit me. Like, that's what did it. Just dancing in that environment with people and the people that love the music around me. Like, my brother's also a DJ, Brian McConnell, and then my younger brother Johnny. He actually got influenced earlier than me. And I was always jabbing him, like, no, that music all sounds the same. That music all sounds the same. It was all EDM, because I would, like, when that I'm taking it even further back, when I'm like, in my teens, and then it's EDM. I think EDM is the craze, but then I get deeper, and then you start to learn, your ears start to evolve, and then you start to appreciate other elements. And then once it clicked for me, then I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. I hear it.
And so, yeah, I guess then your brothers, so they're DJs in their own right as well. So they had the gear set up at your home, and then you can toy around with that, or?
No, it was actually me. So after, I was always doing, like, making playlists for parties growing up, or like in my college days back in Buffalo or in New York and stuff. Like, we always had house parties. Like, my family loves to dance, loves to make music, but like, you're making playlists. You're just putting stuff on the laptop, but like, you're selecting the music, putting a pool and stuff. But it's like, you're constantly doing it. It's like, man, maybe I should just do something with this. So I bought a Tractor MK2 was my first mixer.
Okay.
And I started messing around with that, because I, like everyone who I was aspiring to, looked up to, was using Tractor at the time.
Yeah, and then you kind of entertained people first at your own home, and then perhaps like friends' parties or stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then you evolved towards the bigger club-like environments, or? So
when I got that, it was more like, I was just messing around. It was a hobby, and then that's when my youngest brother. So we're three brothers, only me and the youngest one, DJ. Okay. The middle one, Johnny. He vibes, but he has an incredible taste. His palate is very good, and honestly, like I look to him for like this is good type of thing, like another checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I started with the Tractor, then they started kind of, messing around with it, and then that's kind of when I started DJing pretty much. And then music production really started around the same time too, but on a cell phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was too scared to use like the DAWs that everybody uses now. They have the digital audio workstation. I was like, that's too much stuff. So I wanted something simple to start all. I just want I'm like, there has to be an app where you can just like play around. So I searched, and there was this app called Music Maker Jam. I don't know, whatever it was. It was very simple to use. You could only use like eight sounds at a time, and but then in hindsight, like that was preparing me for like what I do now, because I was already kind of learning structure by doing that. I would take the train from Long Island to Manhattan to school, and it's an hour ride, or from Queens too. I was living in Queens at the time actually, and took the J train, and it's an hour ride, and right there. You make a track in an hour, mess around. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's really honing your skills then, and even because there are limits, you need to be more creative, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a good experience. I have a lot of them, like still on my SoundCloud, but they're definitely, you can tell it's not from, professionally made, but it still has, the ideas are cool.
Yeah, because that's changed now. Now, what kind of system do you use? What work?
I'm in Logic.
Logic. Yeah.
Logic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I've tried Ableton when they had that promotion during COVID. I think I made one track, but I don't know, something about the Logic interface. It just speaks to me.
yeah,
more.
once you get used to kind of software, certain kind of software, it's more easy to just go forth in that software. You know, it's you have a shorthand for that software right now. So why would you chuck that away? Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, if when you produce, I wonder, as you said, yeah, your brother Johnny, he has a really good taste in music. Is he the first one you demonstrate your new tracks, or?
They do. They do. Yeah, they are. My brothers are number one first, so like home base to me. It's like we're like three monkeys. Like I've seen the movie, and it's like, but when we're in the crowd, it's fun. Yeah. It's all fun, and we can dance. We dance it out. We make circles. That's what we like, circles everywhere. Yeah. We call it circles everywhere in the club. We want to bring people dancing in the circles. But yeah, no, he has an incredible taste, incredible ear. So whenever I'm making something, and whenever he approves, it makes me feel good, because the people he listens to and who he's like aspires to, him telling me now that, oh, you're already there now. Like it's a beautiful thing. There's so much more to go. On this journey for all of us.
It's always good to be appreciated for the music that you make, because like making music is a very personal thing. It's your inner soul, written in music notes and produced as such. If other people then appreciate and think that it's great, it's kind of like like they give you the stamp of approval as well, and that makes you feel. Yeah. That's why I wanted to ask as well, like during Amsterdam Dance Event not so long ago, Hot Since 82 selected a track of yours.
Yeah. That was crazy. I was so bittersweet. I was like, oh my God, for real? It's cool. I wish I would have caught a video or something if he did play it, but...
Yeah, well, he must have selected it for some reason, so...
For some reason,
yeah,
right.
The cool thing to notice as well is that track, I think it was the first one on Flash Forward Presents, and that was like a year ago since that came out. And still in October, like 11 months later, it got picked up. And if someone that you don't know and has already achieved some kind of status, of course, well, since 82 is not an unknown factor in the dance music world. For me, it was already, whoa, what's happening here? I must think, like, as a record label owner, like for you as the artist, that must have been, so cool. Well, it's a good track, so I'm not surprised, actually. So
thank you.
So we talked a little bit about the first club that you went to and got inspired by DJs playing there, by Massioplex and all those guys, and that you started your journey as a DJ as well. What was the first club that you then ever played in as a DJ?
Like officially or unofficially? Because I've played like I play all types of music too. Like I started there first, and so I've done bars.
Sure.
In Long Island, but I don't know if I can consider that a club per se.
Well, it's for sure a starting point.
It's a starting point.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
exactly, my man. Yes. We feel each other.
Yeah, you read the room. Yeah, you feel that's where you feel the room, and you feel actually that it was. So this was in Long Island, this club that one of my cousin's uncle owns, this club bar lounge. It was funny because we had another artist. We brought another artist who was already kind of up and coming in the hip hop scene.
Okay.
It was a friend of my cousin's. His name is Justin Starling. He's actually doing pretty well too now. I love his music. So it was pretty cool to like have that experience and kind of like be the artist DJ in the back and then put all the drum and like everything that was, it's all playful too. Like I love mixing like and just trying to create new things like with the music. It's fun. And
yeah.
That was it. Like that was the first experience, and I saw the crowd, and that's what I want to keep recreating.
Yeah.
Things like moments like that.
Taking them on a journey while experimenting a little bit and trying stuff. You know, it's when you try stuff and think, I really should go this route and try that track or whatever and see what happens, and then that works. That's amazing feeling. So yeah, it's good to hear that you have that experimental side to you as well, and that you dare to try things and not just necessarily stay in your own lane, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an art. We want to have fun, right?
Absolutely, yeah. When you play in a club, you mentioned it before, it was kind of good that there was a no phones policy. I think they perhaps should have that more nowadays as well, huh?
Yes, they should. Honestly, if that club was recreated, or at least those rules were recreated everywhere should have a club like that, and then all the and just intimate settings, great sound system and lighting, and you're golden.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful time. It had a 5-year run, but I was going like every week at that time. I was younger though. I was like 20. I was like in my early 20s. Yeah. So it's like Friday, Saturday. but everybody's, and it was always a new DJ. They brought good DJs though. It was a very good, like it wasn't the same, like they kept the rotations pretty good.
How is it nowadays? Has that changed?
I don't know, because now I live in Tampa, so the scene is a little bit different here. So, but that club that I'm talking about, Output, it's still there. It's called Superior Ingredients now in New York. It's the same venue. They still host things and stuff, but it got tougher when like big venues like the Brooklyn Mirage opened up, and like where you have kind of like those more festival type of venues.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the way that kind of clubs have gone, that it's more like the bigger crowds they want to attract, so the bigger venues, bigger names, bigger evenings, less that intimate setting, and those intimate settings they have disappeared a little bit here in Belgium as well. There are still some smaller clubs, but what really works is like the bigger names coming through our towns and backing tens of thousands of people, which is fine as well. But sometimes you really miss that intimate club life a little bit.
Exactly.
So, and you said, we talked a little bit about you being from New York, now living in Tampa, and that there is a difference, musically speaking and perhaps club life speaking. Can you describe that difference a little bit?
I mean, it's growing. They have a couple really good promoters out here. One of us, Vince, I think, is doing a really good job. Late Night Flights has a whole crew of seasoned DJs, well into their 30s, 40s, 50s. So whenever they do an event, I know it's going to be a good time. I think the younger scene, though, needs more training or something in the ear. But to each their own.
They'll grow into better music. Let's put it like that. They'll just
we all start.
Yeah, we all need to start somewhere. I must say, I have my roots a little bit in more like EDM like stuff when I started producing a long time ago, and then just found my way a little bit more to the tech housey things that I'm producing right now, progressive house. It's a journey, and it comes with your experience and perhaps your age, and it's a different part of your life, blah blah blah, and it's all fine, as long as you enjoy yourself and
exactly time and place.
Time and a place for everything. Absolutely. if are you still, because you really went to those clubs or went to that same club week after week after week after week? Are you doing that right now, or a little bit less, I guess?
No, now it's a lot. It's a lot less. Not a little. It's a lot. It's a lot less. I'm older. I don't want to age myself that much, but I'm in my 30s now. Early 30s. I was in my 20s, but no, I'm now kind of producing more. I just find more. I want to get more into the studio and kind of work on things. I work on things here and there. Also with work, the work-life balance too, because it's not my full-time gig. So,
I know.
But I still love what I do too. So it's kind of like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation, Like,
but I guess less nefarious, right? Yeah,
exactly.
Because that's kind of a comparison. Yeah, but yeah, you saw a lot of DJs play, in those clubs. Is there a DJ that comes to mind that you thought, well, apart from Maceo Plex, then, who set you on your way, is there one DJ that you thought, well, this guy and this set in this venue right now, right here, this is really the bomb. This is the best that I've seen in a long time?
I mean, for me, it was Chus and Ceballos when they were together. I love that duo. When they were DJing together, it was just incredible energy. I loved the drums. I just loved all the ad-libs they just took you places. It was crazy. And then actually, to take it back to AD, Hot Sets 82 does a really good job of doing that too, because I like where you can kind of the way that you can play in one sort of realm and then seamlessly go into somewhere else. It's not easy to do, where it would sound too obvious, where is this guy taking me? You have to, it's all about timing, phrasing, and it's just, these DJs, they do it so well and so good, and that's what I aspire to do too.
Yeah, and that's how you can see that it's really a craft, because it's not given to everyone to take you on a journey like that, and that's cool to see. I think in my case, Kölsch does a little bit the same. He can play really hard techno, then some progressive house, and then suddenly there's an 80s hit in there, and then and he goes back. And that's okay, surprise, but it's a pleasant surprise. So and that makes it more of an interesting night and an interesting act to see and to go dance to, I must say.
For sure.
Well, what was your best experience as a DJ in a club?
My best experience, I think, was on my birthday. Immerse Music Events was a promotion. It was it was my 30th birthday, so 2 years ago. And I wasn't the opener, but I was kind of mid. Nathan Barato was the headliner, and the set that I played, it was just so, I let go, and just to see everybody, and then it's on my SoundCloud too, but it's not recorded well. It sounds like it's a phone recording. For some reason, I connected it to the mixer and it didn't, the audio didn't. I'm what happened? Yeah. So it sounds, but it's I'm still keeping it because I love hearing all the background noise, everybody screaming, all my brother's there too, having a good time. It's cool. I love the hearing the extra sounds too as well.
Because that makes the thing, of course. It's not only the music that you play, because that's the important factor, but if you have a live recording that you can hear that vibe and you can relive that moment again and again. Exactly. That's the thing, Yeah. It's on your SoundCloud, you say.
Yeah,
okay, and that's soundcloud.com, and then what's your
ArchiTEK official?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna send our listeners and myself to that page so we can check it out.
It's on my link tree too, on the Instagram link tree. So I pinned it.
Okay.
There, so
well,
it was live at Tangra nightclub here in town.
Cool. Well, we're gonna check that out for sure, because if you're happy with that set, I really want to get the feel of what makes you happy as a DJ and how that sounds. How that sounds. It's important, and that you have that still as a memento. Yeah, I guess we already talked about this. The club you went to the most, it's the New York one, right?
Oh yeah, Output was the one that did it for me the most. I went to a couple, like I've been to festivals, like EDC was twice, but
Yeah.
Output, I don't know, it was just something about that club, because they had 2 rooms too. There was a Panther room, it was called the Panther room, and they had like more like loungy, like deep house type vibes in there. So it's like if you want to take a break from the high energy, you have this nice like environment with more like 122 BPM styles, and then you could socialize or still groove and then get back into the groove again. Yeah. It was like a whole maze. It was good, but I have never experienced that ever since.
No.
So that was another time and place.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And so, where do you perform in Tampa? Then, which clubs are there that you think, well, if you visit here, these clubs you need to check?
Here, the Factory is a good spot. They have they host really good events. Green Velvet was here last year. I mean, not last year. Sorry, this year, a couple weeks ago. And then like it's like an art studio, and then like an outdoor like factory on the water type thing. And then there's a warehouse right next to it where they do after hours. So after the main event, then the after hours is right next door. So I think that's pretty cool. It's like, oh, you want to keep partying? Here's the after hours. You here, go. We have every option for you. That was pretty cool. Floridian Social, I hear, it looks pretty good, but I haven't been to it yet. To be honest, I haven't been out as much. Like it's more word of mouth, or I get requested to come play shows, or I'll do it underground, like at this spot called Outpost or the Attic. I did a couple years back. It's not there anymore, but they had a good run, the Attic. So.
Yeah. Have you ever been abroad clubbing or DJing? Outside not outside the US. Is that an ambition?
If the opportunity is right, I would love to do it.
Yeah.
It all depends on, financials, if it makes sense and all that.
Yeah, sure. Do you have a club in mind that you like hear a lot of, and that you think, well, okay, if I could go play there?
Yeah. Brentworks London and High Ibiza.
Right.
I see those videos all the time. I was just watching, actually, on my bachelor party, we were watching the Martinez brothers. Me and my brother just had him on the background with the High Ibiza, that one of their recent sets, and it's so cool. Yeah, it's a nice club as well. High Ibiza is really modern, really good sound system, good atmosphere as well. Mm-hmm. It took over from Space Ibiza, of course, the legendary club where Carl Cox played loads of the times. But yeah, they reinvented Space and then put it somewhere else on the island. So I'm gonna experience that in May, I think. Just nice. See what happens, and perhaps, hopefully, I may be able to play a track or two there. So that would be one of my checklists as well. I must say. Yeah. Does the island of Ibiza, does that sound to you like you're all the way from the States? Is that a thing? Do people know about Ibiza and that party island style, or? Oh yeah. It's. I mean, YouTube, all the videos. I haven't been personally, but like, it's known to be a very high energy, happy party place. Yeah. So a lot of great DJs are there.
Yeah, they kind of have their residency all summer,
exactly,
and it's like their summer retreat somehow, Ibiza, and it's a beautiful island as well, nature-wise and stuff like that. So I can really encourage you, if you could come to Europe to Ibiza, or of course perhaps to meet up with Hot Since '82. You just come to ADE, and then you say, I'm the guy that was second on your listener last year. You never know. It's that kind of connection that can make it happen, my friends. It's Is that something, because like you're not that far off from Miami Music Conference? Is that something that's well known and
Art Basel? Yeah.
But never been yourself, or?
I've never been myself, no.
I did hear that it's more like, Amsterdam Dance Event, it's a network opportunity, a lot of network opportunities as well, just to meet up with people, perhaps do some deals. And then there's the partying, of course. To my knowledge, Miami Music Conference is more about the partying. And if you meet someone there, well, that's good for you. But it's less the thing that they do at ADE, where it's more a 360 approach, I think. Still, I really would want to go there and experience it for myself. Never been to Florida, so might be a good opportunity. Yeah, well, and I guess there's some beach bars and good music played there as well.
Yeah. You'll find it. If you look for it, you'll find it. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see what your kind of experiences have been and what made you. Huh? What can we expect now from this point on of ArchiTEK? You said, for me, it's now more like the producing part. That's important to me. So is that thing that you're going to put most of your time in then?
Yeah, I have a lot of just think of like folders. It's just like I make something and I put it, make something, put it in a folder, and then if it hits, it hits. But I'm getting to a certain place with the producing where I'm feeling kind of a groove, and I kind of want to just let it out.
Yeah, and that groove, it's really consistent as well. You can feel that this is a track that's a track by ArchiTEK, because it has that feeling, it has that sound, and still the tracks aren't interchangeable. They're still very distinct and very very much their own thing, and but it has that you factor, so that's really important. And so I guess that we are going to look forward to a couple more releases in the coming years in 2024. And perhaps, who knows, that we can meet up if I come to Florida, or perhaps if you
or the other way around. I would take a trip.
Let's we do talk a lot on the WhatsApp and stuff like that. You never know what happens with the music and what we can achieve together. It's been really good talking to you right now about your club experiences and having a little bit of that insight in how it is at your end of the world. Yeah, very nice that you were here in Back to the Clubs, and I hope to see you real soon.
Me too. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, my friend. More ArchiTEK to come, that's for sure. Early next year even, so look out for that. Don't forget to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app and give it a raving rating too. It helps more people find the show, and it notifies you when the show is back for its third season. I'm envisioning next fall, but who knows? It might be earlier than that. Find me as @OfficialMajorK on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. Go get your Back to the Clubs logo t-shirt on dancemusicmerch.com and support what we're doing here. Really hope you enjoyed this season of Back to the Clubs. See you next time and enjoy the sunshine. Bye-bye.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.